Hello, everybody, and welcome to downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena as your Oakland Golden Grizzlies take on the Michigan State Spartans. The 23rd installment of this historic matchup between the Oakland Golden Grizzlies and the Spartans. For WXOU Sports, my name is Giovanni Moceri. I am joined by my analyst, Justin Sheppeard, once again for the biggest event in town tonight here in Detroit. Justin, just give me a sense of the atmosphere in here. It's an Oakland home game by technicality. A lot of Michigan State fans here, but give everybody a sense of the atmosphere here.
Just think about it, right? So we've been hearing about how the Lions fans have been taking over, different away teams' stadiums, right? That's what we get the sense of here tonight, right? There are a lot of Michigan State Spartan fans here tonight. Don't see that many Oakland fans here, but we're looking to sneak a win away from these Spartans.
Just looking to do that, as we mentioned, 22 installments of this series between Coach Greg Kampe and Tom Izzo started all the way back in 1988. The first ever game played in the arena, now the OU Credit Union Arena, and it's the last time they would ever play in Rochester. Since then, the game has been taking turns between the Breslin Center, home of the Spartans, and either the Palace of Auburn Hills and now Little Caesars Arena as the Oakland home game, because we get a big enough crowd. We, as in both teams, get a big enough crowd to where the arena just won't cut it. And, of course, it's a good thing here. Brings about a great event. College ball in the D, as this one is being labeled as. So, Justin, let's break down the matchup a little bit here. We'll start with the Golden Grizzlies, who come into this game on a very down note. Their last game played 10 days ago on Saturday against Youngstown State was a difficult offensive match for the Oakland, scoring only 50 points in a 50-66 loss over the Youngstown State Penguins, and they've been able to stew on that ever since then. What's been your sense of the Golden Grizzlies season so far? Their strengths, their weaknesses? Let the people know.
Well, the strengths-wise, I like the team chemistry that they're playing with, right? That's one of the main things. I think defensively as well, they talk, they communicate, they work well together. But they lack the shooting power to match some of these teams, right? Based off the season, they shoot 25% from three. That's just not going to cut it tonight against Michigan State, right? So we need to find a way on how to make some of these open shots, but take better shots, right? Maybe not necessarily a three-pointers, but maybe, we do a little drive and kick, get to the foul line. We shoot 80%, almost 80% from the field from the charity strike as a team. Maybe we should look to be more aggressive. And I think that's something that we should look forward to seeing tonight. But
that's going to be difficult against this Michigan State team, who is one of the top rebounding, one of the top defensive teams in the Big Ten. Have kind of a similar strength and weakness profile to Oakland. Strong on the rebounds and defense, but poor on the three. Michigan State having struggles with that as well. 27% from three so far this season, but they've still been able to get 8 wins out of their 10 games played. They are undefeated in Big Ten play, one of only 3 teams in the conference to start out 2-0. So against this team, it's going to be a struggle for Oakland to get the offense going, but it's going to be necessary for their win tonight.
For sure, and I think that they may have discussed this during the film session. Since Michigan State doesn't shoot well from the three, maybe we should like to see a lot more zone, maybe a 2-3 zone to make sure that we're crashing the boards, getting a lot of defensive rebounds, not giving a lot of offensive rebounds to Michigan State, limit the transition, and once we get in and once we get out, we'll go from there in a half set. But I think our friend tonight is going to be playing in the half set. We can't keep up with the way that Michigan State likes to play against Oakland. Historically, they like to play out in the fast break.
And we'll take a break here for the playing of our national anthem here at Little Caesars Arena.
Performed tonight by OU student Sam Kessel.
Whose broad stripes
That was Oakland's very own Sam Kessick. Once again, a beautiful singing of the national anthem. Like we mentioned, Justin, this is an Oakland home game, and thus the Oakland staff is the ones that are running the show. We have the Oakland PA announcer here, Kevin Beers. As we mentioned, Sam Kessick, the national anthem singer. The Oakland band is here. The dance team is here. All the elements in the arena brought to a bigger stage here at Little Caesars Arena. But we'll continue talking about this matchup here. You were talking about how Michigan State, some of their strengths, especially one of their offensive strengths, is in transition. Their fast break is some of the fastest in the country, and we've seen in previous matchups here, Cohen Carr especially. Big 55 for Michigan State. Expect to see him with a lot of high-flying dunks amongst Mukeba and Baru Navalurua trying to defend it, but in years past, they haven't been able to. So keep an eye on 55 for dunks tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, last year when I went to the game, it was just a barrage, right, of just dunks, fast breaks. If we can limit that this year, you know, this time around, there's no doubt in my mind that Oakland can come out with a win. The only thing that is preventing that will be if Oakland gets sped up. If they don't get sped up, I believe they can have this game under very tight control, lead the game offensively, which DQ Cole has been doing a great job offensively of doing that, as Coach Campy has talked about sometimes, you know, with him being more of taking on that leader position. That's what they're looking forward to seeing tonight. Something like along the lines of limiting the amount of fast break that Michigan State can get.
It'll be a difficult task, but it is the task at hand. Your starting lineups for tonight as we get ready for action here in downtown Detroit. Michigan State, their starting lineup. Number 0, Jackson Kohler. Number 1, Jeremy Fears Jr. Number 3, Jaden Atkins. Number 5, Trey Holloman. And number 10, Sisman Zapala. The starting 5 for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies as it's being announced through the speakers here. A great video put together as part of our background, but the starting Golden Grizzlies will be number 7, Jalen Jones, or rather Isaiah Jones, the brother of Jalen Jones. The two brothers will be sharing the floor at points tonight. Isaiah Jones gets a start. DQ Cole, number 10, gets a start. Number 11, Jason Woodrich, an addition from Cleveland State, gets a start. Number 22, Dang Majak, getting one of his first starts of the season tonight. And the big guy down low, all the way from Belgium, is grad student Alan Mukeba, the leading scorer for the Golden Grizzlies. And that is your starting lineup for tonight. Going over the overall stats for the Golden Grizzlies, the shocker is their offensive output per game, just under 62 points per game. That's last place in the Horizon League. From 3, 25.3% from deep, one of the lowest in the Horizon League as well. Rebounds per game is where they shine, 35 rebounds per game, near the height of the Horizon League in those statistics. Looking at Michigan State, over the voice of Kevin Beers here. We hope you can hear us here on WXOU. Michigan State scoring 82.3 points per game with 27.2% from deep. The rebounds per game is where they have the advantage, 41, which is near the top of the Big Ten. So you got a great matchup here, teams with similar strengths, similar weaknesses, but it might come down tonight as the talent level of the Big Ten, one of the blue bloods in college basketball, versus their near-town neighbor in our Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And Justin, I just want to take a step back here. I know you guys can't see it here, but we'll do our best to translate. The atmosphere and the show that Oakland is putting on here tonight, the voice of Kevin Beers and the video presentation of Oakland basketball, firing up the crowd that has since flooded the lower bowl here at LCA, including the upper bowl as well. This is a packed house, about 15,000 in attendance tonight.
Yeah, 15,000. I mean, you just look around. For a college game, this is something I just don't see on the regular. And this is just sheer breathtaking. Oakland just did a great job. You know, Oakland, Michigan State did a great job of marketing this game. You saw the billboards cruising down 75, 696. You see the billboards. Even when you enter the D, you see this game being advertised. So everybody knew about this game, especially on a nice Tuesday, as we're a nice Tuesday. It's not too cold out. Just brings a lot of the people out.
And of course, the most important part of this game, the one that everyone's been waiting for, is what are Campy and Izzo wearing? Their tradition of wearing Christmas-themed shirts and sweaters, that tradition continues tonight. Both Campy and Izzo wearing matching lime green Grinch sweaters. I know all of you have been waiting to hear that tonight, but rest assured, the coaches are looking good tonight. Tom Izzo in his 30th season. Greg Campy, the longest tenured head coach in men's basketball, at his 41st season. As we're ready for tip-off, Oakland will win it. And Dang Majak gives it to DQ Cole on the Detroit Piston logo to get things started. Takes it to the far wing. We're located in the corner above the tunnel here at LCA. Isaiah Jones battling down low, looking for an outlet. DQ Cole in motion. Goes baseline. Jumper off on the front rim. Isaiah Jones offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock as he's trying to go down low off the glass. Shot blocked, and it's back to Michigan State. In transition here. Now back to the top, Fears. Fears scans it, goes to his left and pops it over to Atkins, who goes down low to Jackson Kohler for an easy 2 off the glass.
That was a nice dish pass there by Jaden Akins there. Getting into Kohler, nice little fadeaway, soft touch.
Cole now with the ball, top of the key, bounce pass to Isaiah Jones. Jones at the top, gives it to DQ in the near corner. Now back to the top, Jones once again, now to Woodrich. On the left wing, now it's Mukeba down low above the arc. Shot is swatted, and it's over to Fears. Michigan State in transition. This is where they're dangerous. They'll stop it at the half court. They'll slow things down now. Left wing, it's Atkins. Gives it over to Holloman. Going down low to Kohler. Kohler reversing with the right hand on the left glass. 4-0, Michigan State lead. 18.5 left in the first half. Jason Woodrich on the Piston logo. Feeds it to Jones at the top. Isaiah Jones, guarded by Atkins. Gives it to Mukeba. Mukeba against Kohler. Will kick it back out to Woodrich. Fakes a 3, steps aside, takes a 3. Off on the left rim. Isaiah Jones, another offensive board. Back to Woodrich. Back to Jones on the inside. Battling against Holloman. Kick out to Cole for 3. Shot is swatted. He gets it back at the top of the free throw arc. Off on the front and rebounded by Kohler.
Man, got to have that one.
Holloman now over to Fears. At the top, Holloman 3. Off on the right, Isaiah Jones rebound, his already third of the night. 17.5 left. Michigan State up 4-0 here at LCA. Cole at the top. Jones at the top as well, guarded by Atkins. We'll give it to Woodrich in the corner for 3. Off on the front, Dang Majak, offensive rebound. Developing, but knocked out of bounds. Michigan State ball.
And Oakland is doing a great job defensively, not giving up baskets after they've off of a missed shot, right? They've come back, stopped the transition, set up in their zone, which we look to see. Making a substitution here.
Craggs in for Majak. Cooper Cragg's been getting much of the starts this season. Didn't get it today, but he's back on the court just after a few minutes of play. Jalen Jones also on the court. Him and Isaiah Jones playing together for one of the few moments this season as Isaiah Jones recovering from a foot injury recently. Over in the middle, Holloman leaping across to his left. Shot is blocked, or is rebounded rather, missed off the back iron. And a foul called on Oakland. Cooper Cragg's getting the foul here. They'll get the possession back to Michigan State. On the baseline, it'll be Trey Holloman, the 6'2 guard from Minneapolis, Minnesota, as Michigan State's back in action. Holloman at the top, 14 on the shot clock. He gets it back to the top. Kohler down low, faking the jumper, takes it off on the front rim. Mixing up for the rebound. It'll go to Oakland out of bounds.
Yeah, great way to put bodies on just the tallest man out. I mean, these guys are meaty, huge, like
You could just
pure.
you could tell visually the size difference between the Big Ten and the Horizon League,
Oh
no
my
doubt.
gosh.
Jalen Jones at the top, guarded by Holloman. Give it to DQ, right wing. Steps back, three-pointer is good for DQ Cole.
Yeah, that was a great read there. McCabe got in the way. Step back three by Cole was great. Oh.
And a reaching foul on Mukeba, trying to snatch it from Jackson Kohler on the inside. But that three-pointer will cut the lead to 1 as Michigan State still with the lead, 4-3, with 16-16 left in our first half here on WXOU Sports.
Izzo is rotating his players in and out. I mean, he's already gone to 6 different players already, and we're only 4 minutes into the first half.
Michigan State, one of the top teams in the country in bench points, many of their players over 12 minutes a game. Pass for Kohler, intercepted by Craggs, and back to the Golden Grizzlies. DQ Cole in transition, one-on-one. Look, in traffic, we'll kick it back out. Jalen Jones on the left wing. He goes inside, cut, shot is blocked. Blocked by Xavier Booker. Booker, one of the 4 returning players from last year's matchup, up at the glass. Floater off on the back iron for Michigan State, but Atkins has it. Top of the arc for 3, and it's good for Atkins.
Just couldn't come up with that defensive rebound. That's what they got to do. If they want to stay in this game early, you got to come up with those easy rebounds. You got to keep 2 hands on the ball. Can't get poked like that.
15.5 left in the first half, 7-3. Michigan State lead. Oakland with the ball, Mukeba at the top. Assessing his options. Goes down low, up and in with the right hand.
That was just pure weight room right there.
Back to Michigan State. Atkins goes in the left side, kicks it back out to Booker. Booker lost it, but Michigan State still has it. Fires a left wing 3, and it's good for Atkins once again.
They're playing great defense. Oakland's playing a great job getting hands in the passing lane, coming with tip passes. Just can't come up with them. But they're playing great defensively.
Oakland with it. Mukeba down low, up and off the right glass.
That's that weight room right there. Mukeba is just strong like that.
6'11", Carson Cooper now has two field goals on his defense. Firing a 3 for Michigan State. High rebound by Cohen. By Carr. Michigan State has it with the steal. Jalen Jones in transition, up on the right side, looking for some acrobatics, but was fouled in midair.
Yeah, that's Jace Richardson there, son of Jason Richardson, former NBA player, coming up with the foul there.
And we'll have more notes on that in just a bit. Our first media timeout has arrived with 14:22 left in the first half. 10-7, Michigan State with a 3-point lead. We'll take a break here on WXOU Sports. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports Live from Little Caesars Arena. It's 10-7 with Michigan State Spartans with the lead. Oakland keeping it close so far with 14:22 left to go in the first half. My name is Giovanni Moceri alongside Justin Sheppeard. So happy to have you with us. And as we were coming into break here, we promised we'd give you the history lesson on Jace Richardson, a freshman on the Michigan State roster with the last name that should be familiar to those in the area. He is the son of national champion. Championships live forever,
for sure.
Not former, but national champion with the Michigan State Spartans. He was a Saginaw native, a Mr. Basketball of Michigan, and a McDonald's All-American, son of Jason Richardson, who played under Tom Izzo with the Spartans, like we mentioned, in 2001, the national championship as a key role player. He was drafted 5th overall in the 2001 NBA draft and played 14 seasons in the NBA, not only with Golden State, but with the Charlotte Bobcats, the Phoenix Suns, the Orlando Magic, and the Philadelphia 76ers. So the lineage coming back to Michigan State for his freshman year.
Yeah, the lineage is, you're starting to see a lot of these ex-NBA players and their lineage going back to their former alma mater. Jace is doing great, averaging 10 points as a freshman in the Big Ten in one of the hardest conferences in college basketball. He's holding his own weight. So I'm proud to see the development that he's getting and the coaching and the opportunity he's getting under Tom Izzo.
And 2 free throws made by Jalen Jones as we came out of the break here. Lead is now cut to 1. Michigan State up 10-9. And with 6 on the shot clock, Michigan State looking for a field goal. Shot blocked by Alan Mukeba.
I think they're saying, they're calling a goaltending on that?
Goaltending just at the top of the arc. It was close from our view.
Yeah.
But maybe I was just being a little optimistic. Alan Mukeba called for the foul. It will give Michigan State the 2. He doesn't agree, and neither does the Grinch-clad Campy.
But that was great defense, though. Getting it under 6 on the shot clock and Michigan State having ran an efficient set.
And Mukeba going in low, fouled on his way up. As Mukeba has been getting down and dirty in the paint. That's the assignment against the big fellows here at Michigan State. Now, Alan Mukeba has held his own against some of the top in the country against Kansas, a common opponent between both these teams. But Alan Mukeba scored 19 points and had 7 rebounds against Kansas. Much of his action came up against Hunter Dickinson, who only had 10 points and 9 rebounds in that game. So Alan Mukeba not afraid to bully with the big guys.
Yeah, and as you spoke, with Hunter, he was a former Michigan player playing under Juwan Howard. So the type of basketball that, Juwan Howard used to play. And so with Hunter and Alan Mukeba playing, against somebody as a great center like Hunter, it's just great to see that, we're holding our own weight against these top name players in these former, in these Big Ten schools.
And with 13.5 left in the first, Michigan State up 12-10. Alan Mukeba splitting free throws. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Michigan State. It's down to 10. Richardson now at the top, hands it over to Carr. 4 seconds left on the shot clock, struggling at the top of the key. Richardson pass, and he's fouled.
With 1.5 on the shot clock.
So close to holding it to a shot clock violation. Jalen Jones called on the foul against Jace Richardson, the man we were just mentioning, his lineage, his history with the Michigan State Spartans.
Oakland is doing a phenomenal job defensively holding Michigan State for these first 7 minutes of the game.
And a fresh shot clock for Michigan State as they inbound it from the baseline. Looking for a shot now, the right wing, bounce pass to the top. Looking down low, Carr going up for the dunk, couldn't find it, almost hit his head on the bottom of the backboard. But with 7 left on the shot clock, it's out of bounds, still Michigan State ball.
Tom Izzo going back to that bench again, bringing back in Akins as he started, bringing him back to the bench. Now putting him back on the floor again.
5 on the shot clock, Atkins with it, left wing pass. It's over to Fears. Fears dumps it low, 1 second left, and the shot is good.
They called it a traveling.
Oh, a traveling call.
I'll take that.
Tough to see from our view here, but my favorite confirmation, if it's a travel, usually our PA announcer Kevin Beers will mention it. So no field goal, still 12-10. Michigan State with a 2-point lead, 12:45 left in the first half. Oakland now with the ball. Jalen Jones going to his right. Dumping to Christie on the right wing, but he'll stop and bring it inside. Looking for Mukeba against Kohler. 7 on the shot clock. Mukeba goes to work. Steps aside, hook shot, no good, rebounded by Kohler.
That was a great attempt, though, at it, though. Got him all the way down to the block, just couldn't convert.
Transition 3 for Atkins, no good. A rebound Oakland, and they'll have it back in a hurry. Jones will get the call from Campy. It's still funny to see him with the Grinch sweater, still being an angry basketball coach, but it fits the Grinch motif. 12 seconds on the shot clock on the Piston logo. Cooper Craggs picking up the balls now to Jalen Jones. Goes baseline, goes up off the high glass, rebounded by Carr. No good. Still 12-10. Michigan State lead. Going up, down low, looking for the alley-oop. Couldn't find it, and it's right back to Oakland. Malcolm Christie joins the floor along with Nassim Mashour. Mashour, the freshman from nearby Dearborn, graduate of Dearborn High School. Mukeba against Kohler in the paint, right hook shot off the glass, off on the right side.
Soften that touch up just a little bit. That would have been nice.
Corner 3 for Michigan State, too strong. Rebounded by Kohler, but a foul on Mashour will bring us to our next media timeout. Michigan State with a tight 2-point lead with 11:11 on the clock in the first half. Oakland down by 2. We'll take this media timeout here on WXOU Sports, and we'll be back soon. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. Oakland down by only 2 against Michigan State with 11:11 on the first half clock. Justin Sheppeard, my partner in crime here. Give us a live stats so far. What have we seen in the first about 10 minutes of play?
Yeah, first 10 minutes of play, DQ Cole had that huge 3 to get that lid off the basket for Oakland. You know, he's shooting 1 for 2 for 3. You know, everybody is doing their part minute-wise. Wow, with this draft and the win, I can't keep up with the stats. They're flowing away.
There's a breeze in LCA here.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's just doing their part. I can say that for sure. You know, regardless of what the stats are doing, the stat sheet is not showing all of what they're doing. Defensively is what's keeping them in this game right now, and I'm proud to see that coming from them.
Oakland now with the ball. Cooper Craggs on the right wing. Fakes a pass to Jacques Mashour at the top. 16 on the shot clock. Now to Woodrich. He's guarded by Atkins. Back to DQ at the top. DQ looking to go in. Kicks it out to Cooper for 3. Too short off the front rim. Goes back to Michigan State. Now at the top. Fears directing traffic. It's got time. Michigan State, great ball movement, returns to the top. Goes inside for Fears, off on the left, but the whistle blown on his way up. And it looks like it'll be a foul on Jason Woodrich. That'll set up free throws for Jeremy Fears Jr.
How can you call a foul on trying to fight for position on the rebound? I don't. Okay.
Well, Justin, you're the one who played. You're the one who played college basketball, not me.
I just don't understand that. You know, we're both fighting for position. The ball is going up. How can you call a foul on that?
You know, even though it's a home game, sometimes you don't get the home whistle. But Campy would say that even in the arena, he doesn't get some of those home whistles.
Yeah.
But regardless, first free throw made by Fears, second one coming up. 13-10, Michigan State lead. Make that 14-10. Michigan State up to a 4-point lead, one of their biggest of the night so far. Mashore, guarded by Fiddler. Gets a pass around to Isaiah Jones. This is Jones in his third game back off the foot injury. Moceri at the top. Goes to work down low. Shot is swatted. And it goes back the other way. State in transition. Here's a three. Just a bit too strong as it rattles out. Offensive rebound by Kohler. Can't be put back in. 3-point taken by Frankie Fiddler. And it'll be another foul on Oakland.
Oakland foul. Number 10, DQ Cole.
Did great getting back in transition. Let up an open three. Okay, we can live with that. Did great on trying to get the rebound. Maybe should just went hands up, you know, maybe not try to go for the swat, you know, on that block a little bit. But other than that, you know, I'm pleased with the way they're playing defensively, you know, keeping them in this game. They're not letting the game get too out of hand. They're rotating, they're communicating. That's something that we haven't seen in the past from this Oakland team. But they're bringing it to this game, playing with a little bit more intensity. And I'm just pleased with the way they're playing.
Jackson Kohler made his first free throw to increase the lead to 5. His second one is also good. Now to a 6-point lead, 16-10, less than 10 to go before halftime. Jalen Jones directing traffic on the Piston logo. Brings it to his right side, over to Christie. Christie for a long two is good.
That's tough. That was a tough shot.
Malcolm Christie, one of the best three-point shooters in all of Canada. Now on the Golden Grizzlies roster, 3-point miss by Michigan State, and in transition for Oakland, DQ Cole lands the three.
That was green right there. That was nice.
His second three of the day, DQ Cole, 2 of 3 from deep, and a pass intended for Zapala will go out of bounds and turn it over to Oakland.
Okay, that's a 5-point swing.
And just like that, after Michigan State goes up by 6, the lead is cut to 1 instantaneously. 16-15, State still with the lead.
All that within less than a minute. That's just phenomenal basketball.
Back to Oakland, Christie at the top. Over to Jalen Jones, thinks about the three, but goes baseline. Turns it around to his brother, Isaiah. Isaiah Jones going to the right side, step around. Shot is too soft, and it goes right into the hands of Kohler. Looking for the transition pass, but couldn't handle it. And it'll go out of bounds, but stay with Michigan State.
They're doing great getting back. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but they're just doing a great job at that, and I'm just overall pleased with the effort that they're putting in tonight.
State with it. At the top, left wing three for Atkins, no good. DQ Cole with the rebound, bumped as he grabs it, and in transition, here come the Golden Grizzlies. Jalen Jones slows it down and directs traffic. We can all catch our breath. Dumping it off to Moceri. Moceri surrounded all the way on the other side. DQ Cole for a quick three. Another three-pointer for DQ Cole. His third of the night.
He's heating up.
DQ Cole, this is looking like the performance he had against Toledo, where they got the three-point shooting going. And Oakland now with the 2-point lead, 18-16, and it's evened up with a spin-around Jackson Kohler layup. 18-18, 7:45 on the first half clock. Oakland back with it. Jalen Jones once again. Off to Moceri. Christie running three. Fouled, but off on the right side. He'll be going to the free throw line.
Spartans foul
It'll bring us to immediate timeout. 7.5 left, and Oakland ties it up, 18-18. And we'll take a break here on WXOU Sports. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any of the Golden Grizzlies coverage this season. And we'll be back real soon here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. Tie game, 7.5 left in the first, 18-18. Oakland on a run to bring it back. But as we're looking at the big screen here in the Little Caesars Arena, reminiscing on the March Madness run that the Golden Grizzlies had last year, and it comes with a bit of a sour taste because from that team that won the regular season in the Horizon League for the first time in school history, that won the Horizon League tournament and beat Kentucky, went into overtime against NC State. The starting five from that team, none of them have returned for this year for the Golden Grizzlies. So it's a bittersweet taste to see the film here at LCA.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, but it's great to see their transition to other teams. You know, we lost Conway to Washington. You know, we lost Townsend. He went to Arizona. Golke entered the draft. You know, he's playing overseas. It's bittersweet that we don't have any of these players returning. You know, Rocket Watts graduated. It's great that we got the chance to experience.
Oh, of course.
And to experience something as magical as that run.
But guess who's in the house?
Oh.
Guess who's in the house? Jack Golke is here at Little Caesars Arena getting the standing ovation from all of the crowd here at Little Caesars Arena. Of course he had to come back for this one. He just can't get enough attention. Oh, we're all kidding, of course. It's great to see Golke back in the house. This season for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, 27% from three. Man, we could have used another year out of him, huh?
Oh, yeah. We could use a whole another year out of Jack. You know, but it was great to experience the ups and the downs with the team last year, but the ups that we had, man, those were some ups for sure.
And we covered it all on WXOU Sports. Interviews with Jack Golke can be found on our YouTube channel here. As Malcolm Christie is on the free throw line, makes his first, so the second one coming up. We'll go over the current stats. Leading the floor in scoring is DQ Cole with 9 points, 3 of 4 from 3. He's been a spark plug for the Golden Grizzlies on offense. Alan Mukeba, 2 of 6 from the field, splitting a couple of free throws for 5 points, second in scoring on the Golden Grizzlies. And the next 2 free throws for Christie are no good. Quickly going through the stats here, Jackson Kohler with 6 points, Jaden Atkins with 6 points for Michigan State. They're tied for the team lead. But back to Michigan State, Oakland with the 1-point lead, 19-18, 7:15 on the clock, 13 on the shot clock for Michigan State as they go to work. With the ball, they give it to the left wing. It's now back center. Carr looking for some space. He'll find Holloman. Holloman jumper at the buzzer, no good. But they get the rebound, restarting the possession. Step back 3 for Richardson is no good, and Oakland maintains their lead. Jalen Jones slowing down the pace at the orders of the Grinch who stole Christmas. In other words, Greg Campy. Mukeba down low, knocking over a Spartan. Going for the dunk is Isaiah Jones, but he's swatted. His brother picks it up. DQ Cole for another 3. Just rims out. It's Apollo with the rebound. Here comes Oakland, stealing it away. And Jones, Jalen Jones, off the glass, swatted away. Cohen Carr for the transition. Alley-oop layup. Oh my goodness, I can't keep up with it. Possession changing 3 times in 2 seconds.
Goodness.
But a touchdown pass over towards the net. Couldn't get the dunk, but Cohen Carr keeping it in the air and putting it in off the glass.
He was still in the air when he tipped that in.
He was flying. I think he has rockets attached to his shoes. Regardless, Mukeba down low for Oakland. He's fouled. Foul on Cohen Carr. And if you can hear the crowd, mostly Michigan State fans, they don't like it.
Cooper Craig looking to come back in. I like the way Alex Mukeba's been playing. Can we take a second to look at his physique? This man is built. He is built like no other that I have seen walk through these Oakland doors. I mean, my gosh.
Sometimes, like, I'm calling the game, I confuse his shoulders for the basketball.
I mean, he gives me prime Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness.
But out of all the commotion, Michigan State regains the 1-point lead, 20-19, 5.5 in the first half. Oakland with it, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Mukeba's got to make something happen. Got to put it up. Rattles out at the last second. Oakland trying to steal it back, but they can't keep it. Holloman keeps possession. 3-pointer by Booker is good. State back up to a 4-point lead.
Comes at the hands of a transition 3.
Oakland back with it. They're down by 4. 5 minutes left before halftime. This is the most critical portion of the game, according to Greg Campy. The last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of the second, as DQ Cole's jumper's no good. That stretch of 10 minutes, very important, so we'll see how Oakland performs. Back down low, Cooper loses the ball, and it's back to Oakland with a chance to cut into the 4-point lead. 4.5 in the first half. DQ Cole directs traffic. Mukeba at the top, guarded by Cooper. 12 on the shot clock. Woodrich now over to Cole, right wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Takes the 3.
Oh, my God.
Nothing but net for DQ Cole.
God.
His 4th 3-pointer of the night. 4 of 5 from deep.
That was just pure.
That was pure. 23-22. Spartans up by 1. 4 minutes left in the first half. State with it. It's Fiddler. Fiddler's jumper off the elbow is good. 25-22. Spartans still with the lead. Now up by 3.
Ooh, chilly.
Jalen Jones with Malcolm Christie set to sub back in along with Jeremy Fears. Jalen Jones over to Woodrich on the left wing. Dumping it to Mukeba, guarded by Cooper. On the left block, kicks it out to Cole for 3. Another 3-pointer for DQ Cole. Ties it up 25-25. 3:20 left in the first half. And Michigan State responds with one of their own to the enormous roar of the crowd.
Insanity tonight. Oh my gosh. A 3-point barrage coming from the corner, the wing, the top of the key. It's coming from everywhere.
This is not the 3-point shooting night you would expect from either of these teams.
No.
As Booker with another 3 today. 28-25 is a score with less than 3 to go before the halftime. Jalen Jones, razzle-dazzle, kicks out to Cooper, cracks for 3. No good. Spartans in transition. Cooper with the steal almost. Stays with the Spartans in control of Holloman. Over in the corner, and comes back out to the top. Booker looking to toss that one over off the one touch, but it'll fly out of bounds. Oakland will have the ball coming out of halftime. When we come back, Oakland keeping it within 3. DQ Cole on fire. 28-25 with 2.5 left to go before halftime. This is a presentation of Oakland basketball here on WXOU Sports. We'll be right back with the final moments of the first half. Welcome back, everybody, to Little Caesars Arena on WXOU Sports. Oakland within 3, 28-25. Spartans with the lead with 2.5 left. And Justin Sheppeard, my co-host, my partner in crime, talk to me about DQ Cole. He is on fire tonight.
He's on fire. He is giving me flashbacks to last year in that phenomenal Oakland run, going to March Madness in Kentucky, playing against Kentucky. Hit that dagger 3. This is what he's giving me. And I love to see him having fun out here, not playing a part of just a system brand of basketball, but him playing the game that he plays the game naturally.
The predicted second team All-Horizon League, but the potential to be a first team All-Horizon League member when it's all said and done. 5 of 7 from 3 tonight. His 15 points all coming off of those three-pointer attempts. He's 5 of 11 in total. He's by far the leading scorer on Oakland. Next up is Mukeba, still 2 of 7 from the floor, splitting free throws for 5 points. But Michigan State spreading the love as they do. Booker with 6, Atkins with 6, and Kohler with 6 as their leading scorers for the Spartans. Oakland has the ball, 50 on the shot clock. Malcolm Christie for 3. Splash! Ties it up at 28.
Phenomenal.
1, 2, 3.
One of the many international players here at Oakland. Here comes Kohler with a quick spin around, off the glass and in. Cooper Craggs and Isaiah Jones on defense. Couldn't put a stop to it. 30-28, 150 left in the first half.
But they're running that zone that we talked about in the pregame. Running that zone, eliminating open shots, rotating, communicating, is all keeping them in this game.
Malcolm Christie, another 3, too short. And unable to get the rebound are the Spartans, and they get another crack at it, this time too far for Christie. Nassim Mashur right there to pick it up and put it in off the glass. 30-30, 124 left in the game, at the first half. Jackson Kohler kicks it out to the right wing, back up to the top. Spartans with great ball movement. Atkins for 3, just rolls out. DQ Cole with the rebound. And with 1:07 to go, 30-30. And here's another 3 from Cole off the back heel. Mashur with the rebound. Campy slows it down. Thank you, coach. Nassim Mashur, the freshman from Dearborn. Back to Isaiah Jones, a Tennessee native. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Mashur's got to make some magic happen. Step back 3. Couldn't find the rim as it goes out of bounds. 30-30, 40.2 seconds left before halftime. Nassim Mashur getting a lot of minutes here tonight. One of the few freshmen able to do so on this team. And he's been doing well so far for the Golden Grizzlies. And a timeout called by Michigan State. We'll stick with you here on WXOU Sports. Remind you to subscribe to us on YouTube for all kinds of Oakland Golden Grizzlies live coverage of home basketball games, both for men's and women's, with highlights, interviews, and more. Just click subscribe here on WXOU Sports. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live and when we got new Golden Grizzlies content for you. My name is Giovanni Moceri for play-by-play. Justin Sheppeard, our analyst on color tonight, doing a great job for us, and we appreciate all that he does for us at WXOU. 30-30 is not what we expected to see with less than a minute to go before halftime. Justin, how did we get here?
Great defense. I could just say that. Great defense, great offense from both sides, from both teams, I should say. Michigan State shooting the 3 well, breaking down the zone in some areas, but they're not getting easy shots. And that's what I love about Oakland. They're playing with physicality. They're playing with intensity. They're playing the way basketball is meant to be played and having a lot of fun at that, going back and forth, Michigan State shooting 3s, laughing as they go back down the court. But they know the matchup. They know the history behind this game and want to bring out the win.
25 seconds left. State with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Kohler at the top. Gives it to Fears. Fears looking for some space against Cole. Goes inside left. Pass off to Booker. Booker can't put it in off the glass, but a foul called on Oakland. Cooper Craggs called with it.
Oh, goodness.
Cooper Craggs, that is, I believe, his first, or rather his second personal in this game. That'll set up free throws for Xavier Booker. Xavier Booker in the previous matchup at the Breslin Center. Booker was only 1 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line for a total of 5 points in that match. Only playing 7 minutes in that one, but he's been playing much more than that this time around. First free throw was good, gives the Spartans the lead, 31-30. 12.1 seconds left. Second one's no good. Isaiah Jones with the rebound, and 10 seconds to put it in the basket. A timeout called by Oakland. They'll think it over.
Every second counts. Every second.
Where was any of these breaks when we were doing 3 possessions in 5 seconds, and I couldn't breathe?
You got to keep the momentum going. But this right here, this, 7 seconds. Coach is going to draw up, some elaborate play. It's enough time, right? It's enough time to get 2 quality looks. 7 seconds. You try to get it inside. If you try to get a look inside and it's not there, kick it back out. You may have a quick 3. That's all 7 seconds is going to give you. Coach is probably going to draw some down screen action. Somebody's going to loop around for a corner 3. Somebody's going to loop around for a wing 3. But I imagine it coming from either of those 2 sides. It's going to be one of those type of looks, If not, his last option would be to hold it and then let the actions run inside for a corner 3.
And we'll see who will take that in that case. Who would take it for Oakland? I mean, you got one guy who's got 5 of 7 from deep. I wonder if you'll give it to that guy.
I don't know.
Oakland inbounds 7, then 5 counting. Christie with the ball sweeps over to Cole. Cole smothered and fouled to stop the clock at 2.7. Makes the 3 after the whistle anyway, just to show that he could do it. But we believe, and those watching, Spartan fans and Oakland fans alike, they know DQ Cole can shoot the ball. A Pontiac native, a key piece in last year's tournament run for the Golden Grizzlies, and now one of the focal points of their offense. Him, Baru, and Mukeba, the top 3 scorers for this team. And DQ putting on a show for Oakland tonight in downtown Detroit. 2.7 left. Malcolm Christie will inbound it on the far sideline. We'll give it to Cole. He's just got to chuck it up. He does so off the front rim, and the clock hits 0. We have reached a thrilling halftime. Spartans up by 1, 31-30, live from Little Caesars Arena. Justin, talk to me about this first half. For those who are unfortunately just tuning in and missed a great first half, what did they miss? Let's give a recap of the first half.
What you missed were great defensive possessions by Oakland, great offensive possessions by Michigan State, but better offensive possessions by Oakland. DQ Cole lighting it up with 5 or 6 threes in the first half. Alan Mukeba doing phenomenal bully ball down low, barbecue chicken, as Shaquille O'Neal would say, barbecue chicken.
He is a barbecue fan. His favorite food is burnt ends.
Yeah, he did say, what? He did say some crazy stuff. He's not from here, right?
Of course, a native of Belgium. That was his first food he got when he came to America.
Yeah, it was barbecue. I hope you stopped in the D to get some barbecue. We have some of the best barbecue in the nation. There are some great places around the corner from here, but that's besides the point. Michigan State has done a decent job of containing Oakland, in the front in the half court, but it's Oakland's sheer physicality, their will to want to win, that is just combating that. And Oakland is just doing a phenomenal job. I can't give them any more praise than what they've already been doing. They're just doing phenomenal.
Shocking many of the Spartan fans here in downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. We'll take a break here and give you the halftime report, get you updated on the stats, and we promise we'll tell the story of Blake Lampman, how he's still involved in the game today despite not being a player. We'll promise we'll get you that story coming out of the break here during halftime. We'll be right back here on WXOU Sports. Don't go anywhere. Spartans up 31-30. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports live from Little Caesars Arena. My name is Giovanni Moceri. We got less than 5 minutes to go before the second half begins. 31-30. Spartans only up by 1 after the first 20 minutes of play. Be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports so you don't miss a bit of the Golden Grizzlies action that we have live for free here from your favorite college radio station. Your halftime report. This one is not the way that everybody thought this game would be. Now, did we think the game would be towards the 30s, upper 20s at the half? Yes, but the way they got there was unexpected. Both teams coming into today averaging 27 for Michigan State and 25% from three. The three-point shooting has not been there for either team, but Michigan State tonight, 4 of 12 for 33%, an improvement. But Oakland, 6 of 17 from three for 35%, and 5 of the 6 threes coming from one man, the Pontiac native GQ Cole. He's 5 of 9 with 6 boards, totaling 15 points. All of his points coming from those three-pointers. That vastly leads the scoring on the floor tonight. Next in scoring would go to Jackson Kohler of Michigan State. 8 points and 5 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the floor and 2 of 2 from the stripe. But Michigan State, as they do, as one of the deepest teams in the country, they spread it out. 6 points to Jaden Atkins and 7 points to Xavier Booker to round out the top scoring for the Michigan State Spartans. Malcolm Christie also with 6 points, making 1 3, along with a field goal and a free throw to get him the 6 points. Al Mukeba only to 5 points today, 2 of 7 from the floor, having trouble against the big Michigan State size. But still the production looking to be almost enough. 31-30 is your halftime score here at Little Caesars Arena. As usual, much more Michigan State fans than that of Oakland, but these games held at the Pistons' home are Oakland home games. Thus, the announcing, the halftime and timeout games. Thus, the band, the dance team, all of that is of the Golden Grizzlies, giving them as much of the atmosphere of the arena as they can fit into Little Caesars Arena. But this game coming as a shock to all of us here, and with 2 minutes left before the half, we'll take a final break before bringing you guys back for the second half. I'll be joined by Justin Sheppeard to get you guys going for the next 20 minutes of action. Will the Golden Grizzlies keep pace with the Michigan State Spartans and keep it close enough to be within striking distance? Or is the second half where the Michigan State Spartans will pull away? We'll find out when the second half comes back in a minute and a half right here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports live from Little Caesars Arena. Be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports right here on YouTube. Click that like and the notification bell so that you know whenever we go live and got more Golden Grizzlies goodness for you. My name is Giovanni Moceri. I am joined by our analyst, Justin Sheppeard, getting ready for the second half. Oakland only down by 1, 31-30 against the Michigan State Spartans in downtown Detroit. Justin, before we get the inbound to start the second half, your thoughts on the first?
First half was phenomenal. I mean, it was something I've been talking to fans, other media, casters. They've been saying maybe it's a little Goki magic in the air. I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I think it's just pure hard work and grind tonight.
Well, either way, whatever magic is in the air, it's been working for Oakland so far. As we're back in action, Michigan State to start with possession. Kohler down low against Mukeba. He'll spin to his right side, right-handed hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Jones. And the Golden Grizzlies are back in action. If you're watching at home, we're at the lower right corner, just above the tunnel. For those of you who could line up the radio broadcast to the television broadcast, that could be a great way to enjoy WXOU Sports Live broadcast. 5 seconds on the shot clock. DQ Cole with it. Step back jumper. Too short, and it's back to the Spartans. In transition, Atkins in the corner. Fakes the three, but gives it back to the top. Going down low off the glass is Zapala, and he's fouled. Golden Grizzlies get their huddle in it.
Oakland foul, number 23,
Alan Mukeba charged with the foul. Zapala getting ready for free throws.
Michigan State coming out in that man-to-man, playing man-to-man defense, face guarding DQ Cole as soon as off of a missed shot. So they're not even giving him the opportunity to come down into a transition three, come attack downhill, anything like that. They're letting somebody else beat them off the punch.
Zapala comes into today 10 of 17 from the free throw line, just missing his first. That's good for 58.8%. Just lowered a little bit with the initial miss. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is in. He splits them. And the 7-foot center from Poland gets the Spartans up by 2, 32-30. 1 minute left, or 1 minute out of halftime. 18:55 on the clock. Isaiah Jones working against Atkins, gives it to Cooper Craggs on the right wing. Looking to give it to DQ, still has it though. Cooper bounce pass to Isaiah Jones on the right baseline. Going down low, spin move to the glass, swatted away by Zapala. But Oakland keeps it, fakes a three. Woodrich with the three, just too strong at the buzzer. And here come the Spartans in transition. Now into the half court. Going across and in for Richardson, or Trey Holloman rather. Will increase the lead to 4. Now Campy always mentions the 5 minutes coming out of halftime are crucial. The 5 minutes coming into halftime were very good for Oakland. We'll see if this next 5 minutes can be the same. So far, it is not. Going up into the paint, spinning and bouncing off bodies is Isaiah Jones. He's fouled and looks like he may go to the free throw line.
Oakland bringing that same intensity that they had in the first half into the second half, playing a lot more smarter. So I respect the way that they're playing, trying to keep Michigan State, trying to limit those, trying to limit those,
That first half was rough.
Trying to limit those, transition missed shots and Michigan State getting out in the open.
First free throw is missed by Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones just recently coming back into the lineup on December 5th against Wright State. Only played a few minutes coming off of a foot injury suffered in the offseason. A critical piece of this Oakland defense as Isaiah Jones makes the second free throw, 34-31. But Jones is a crucial part to this Oakland defense, one of the few relatively veteran players on this Campy lineup. And Kohler goes in and grabs a bucket, 36-31. But Isaiah Jones now finally coming back and just trying to get his footing.
Yeah, he's just trying to find his way in. I believe this is like his second or third game back. Oh, my gosh.
And Moceri at the top looking for a cutting Woodrich. A foul will be called against Michigan State.
Foul number 5,
Trey Holloman charged with the foul.
And the second team.
And we apologize. We promised the story of Blake Landman's involvement in the halftime report, but we just ran out of time. But we'll cut to the chase here. After graduating from Oakland University, after being a crucial part of the March Madness run, he is now a graduate assistant on Tom Izzo's staff as Cooper Craggs' his shot off the glass, up and no good, rebounded by Kohler. But Lampman now a grad assistant in Tom Izzo's system. Big shot swat by Cooper Craggs. And I'll wrap up the thought here. Funny note is that Izzo was upset with Lampman for not giving him the secret formula to the Campy zone. Giving up very few details.
Yeah, you can't give that up.
So keeping loyal to his Golden Grizzlies heritage, the Hazlitt native. On the sideline tonight here at Little Caesars Arena. But back to the game on the floor. 36-31 Spartans with a 5-point lead, and they got the ball. 17 left in the match. Oh, the game coming down hard. Onto the floor is Jaden Atkins. Taking a tough spill, going for the layup in a sky-high fashion.
I didn't think that was a foul. I just thought he just jumped in the air like a maniac. Just tried to draw the foul and then landed hard.
But it will be charged against Moceri. And a note that passed us by, we have no sight of Baru Navalurua tonight. No minutes on the floor. We'll try and get a view on the sideline to see if he perhaps is sitting out for today. Maybe they're saving them for their quick turnaround against Cleveland State.
Yeah.
But Atkins' first free throw is made with my trusty pair of binoculars supplied by our former sports director, Harj Buttar. We'll try and get a look at the bench. Baru is there, is not dressed. No sight of a boot or cast. 37-31. Atkins' second free throw is good. 38-31. Spartans with their biggest lead of the night, up by 7 with 17-12 on the clock. DQ Cole on the Piston logo. Will go to his left on the left wing. Feed it into Moceri. Moceri spin move, quickly getting there. Cooper Craggs trying to cut in from the right side. Couldn't handle the pass, and it's out of bounds. It'll go back to Michigan State. And Justin, I can't get enough. Not only is Campy wearing the Grinch sweater, but Izzo's wearing the exact same one.
Oh,
it's hilarious to look at.
You know, last year when they were in the press conference, they always text before the game. I just wondered if this was something that they planned to do, or
maybe the Amazon link was shared.
Yeah, you know.
Michigan State, top of the arc three, no good for Fears. Going back the other way for Oakland, DQ Cole in the left wing. Swings out to Jones at the top, Isaiah Jones. Isaiah Jones, three-point, but a travel called as Sparty down on the floor level. I think does the gritty after hearing the travel, which a gritty would be a travel if you had the ball in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Michigan State with it. Atkins, jumper, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Zapala. Back to the arc, right wing for Michigan State. A foul called on Jalen Jones.
Can't be livid right now with the way Oakland's playing. You know, they're not playing bad. They're just little mental mistakes, little mental errors that are happening. But they can clean that up really quick. Just take care of the ball, and continue to play tough and hard on defense.
Michigan State back with it. 9 seconds on the clock. Over into the corner for a three is Richardson, and he buries it. Jace Richardson, to the applause of the Michigan State crowd. 41-31, Michigan State up by 10, their largest lead of the night. Oakland not scoring any, except for Malcolm Christie making it for three on the right wing. Oakland scoring now their 4th point coming out of halftime.
Oh no!
And an entry pass to Zapala will be a foul on Alan Moceri. And My analyst, as well as the Oakland fans here tonight, can't believe it.
Oh,
Explain your shock, Mr. Sheppeard.
I just didn't see the foul. I mean, the pass went in. The pass was just over his head. He just couldn't grab it. I just didn't see the foul. McCabe thought the same thing too. That's why he rushed over to the ref, tried to plead his case. Like, what are you seeing? You know,
trying to get some feedback.
Yeah,
perhaps.
you know, what are you seeing? You know, and I just don't see it. I don't see it the same way he doesn't see it, and the same way with the other Oakland fans here. We just don't see what's going on here.
And during our media timeout, we'll take a short break here. 15:30 left in the game, 41-34. Michigan State with the 7-point lead. And we'll take a break here on WXOU Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Golden Grizzlies basketball. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. Spartans coming away with the lead. Formerly up by 10, now up by 7 with 15 and a half left to go in the second half. Score 41-34. Spartans with the lead and Spartans with the ball. Going into timeout with a foul, another one on Ala Mukeba, as the Spartans are back in action. Richardson comes around to the top. Bounce pass over to Booker. Booker working against Deng Mejak.
Oh, my.
And a foul called on Mejak. He ain't happy about it, but DQ trying to reassure and calm his nerves and make sure not another foul is called.
Yeah.
Perhaps, but that'll be more free throws coming up for Xavier Booker, the 6'11 forward sophomore from Indianapolis. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First one is up and in. Lead now up to 8. 42-34. Spartans with the lead here at Little Caesars Arena. Booker's second one is also good. Now up by 9. 43-34. Oakland with the ball, and they got to start cutting into this lead now. With 15 minutes left to go, Spartans won't hold up for them. Isaiah Jones at the top. Jalen Jones now the right wing. Flips over to Christie at the top for 3. Malcolm Christie with another 3 tonight. His third. 37 now is the score for Oakland. 43-37. Still State with the lead. Leads count now cut to 6. Malcolm Christie showing why he is one of the best prospects out of the Canadian College League. And a shot from Cooper. Hook shot no good. Rebounded by Mejak. And it comes back to the Golden Grizzlies. Jalen Jones on the left wing.
Got to do it now.
At the top now. Bounce pass to his brother Isaiah. Isaiah guarded by Booker. 12 on the shot clock. Fakes the pass. Goes around to his brother. Goes into the paint. Jalen Jones up and off the glass.
Tough.
Oh, that one was
that's
magical.
so tough. That touch was nice.
39-43. Oh, a bit of a mishap on the inbound for MSU. 43-39. Oakland cuts the lead to 4.
Get another stop right here.
State with it. Fighting against the Campy zone. Baseline is Richardson. Throws it out over to Fiddler. Fiddler goes to baseline himself.
Travel.
Thought it was a travel.
Yes, yes. Good foul call.
Another foul call that will bring Oakland the possession. 43-39, still your score. 13 and a half left in this game. Oakland is not out of it.
No.
Michigan State had a 10-point lead a few moments ago, but Oakland cutting it to 4. Jalen Jones will bring it across the Detroit Pistons logo. Over to the left wing, guarded by Fears. Bounce pass around, guarded by Booker. In the paint, Cooper Craggs losing the ball but kicks it back out. Jalen Jones faking the 3, goes inside.
Yes.
And gets fouled on his way to the basket. And he'll head to the free throw line, looks like. Foul on Xavier Booker. Or rather, Jace Richardson called on the foul. Jalen Jones, a transfer from Tennessee State. As mentioned, brother of Isaiah Jones, who Jones was a transfer a couple of years ago from Detroit Mercy. Within the Horizon League, within the state, within the Metro Series rivalry. Jalen Jones will split the free throws, making the first, missing the second, but the lead is cut to 3. Michigan State up 43-40, and the Spartans are back to action. On the Pistons logo, to the left side, they go to Atkins. You kick it back out to the top. Bounce pass over to Cooper against Majak.
Good, good. Travel,
Surrounding.
travel. 3 seconds,
And a
there
foul
we go.
called, and a 3-second call.
Great defense. I said it at the beginning. I'm going to stick by it. This defense, this zone, is keeping them in this game.
No doubt.
But their attention to detail, the way they're communicating, it's all just coming together, getting stop after stop. Campy said the first 5 minutes of the first half, the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half were crucial. First 5 minutes of this second half didn't look promising, but now they've shaping back up, and here they are playing together as one.
The lead still to 3. Oakland on offense. Jalen Jones over into the right wing. Pass, dribble around the back, gives it to Cole on the right wing. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Step back deep, 3! Off the heel. Everyone holding their breath. And passing over into the corner, Atkins for 3. His is off of the back iron. Carr with the rebound, gives it back to Atkins. He goes to the hoop and up and in magically against Dang Majak.
Yeah, that was a pretty take.
Basically took it from his shoelaces down low in the air all the way up to the glass. All without touching the ground, it looks like. 45-40, leads up to 5. Jalen Jones working against Hallman. And a pass looking for Majak will go out of bounds. It'll give it back to Michigan State with an opportunity to increase their lead. With 11:53 left in the game, we've reached another media timeout. 45-40 is the score. Michigan State up by 5, but Oakland staying within striking distance. We'll take a break and get you right back to action here at Little Caesars Arena, right here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to WXOU Sports. 11:45 left to go in this game as Michigan State up 45-5, and fouled on a three-pointer is Jaden Atkins. But as Justin, you were mentioning shortly after we came back to action here, Alan Mukeba, 4 fouls already.
4, yeah. You only need 5 to, be considered fouled out in college. But he's been playing great defense for us. So, if he can find a way to still play with the same physicality, but without drawing the foul, that'd be great for him to know how to mentally do that for future games and to be effective enough to pull out this win tonight.
As Jaden Atkins will be shooting his free throws, we'll get you updated on the stats so far with 11:41 in the game and the second half. Michigan State, as usual, spreading the ball around. 2 10-point scorers, and Jackson Kohler and Jaden Atkins. Atkins making his first free throw, now in the lead for scoring of Michigan State. Xavier Booker with 9 points as well. DQ Cole and Malcolm Christie, the only 2 Golden Grizzlies with more than 5 points. 15 for Cole and 12 for Malcolm Christie. Much of those points coming off of the deep ball. Not what we expected so far this season, but Oakland fans are sure happy to have it, as DQ Cole will lose control of the ball and bring it out of bounds.
Yeah, a few sloppy possessions offensively. You just got to clean that up just a little bit more, and we'll be okay. We're only down 7 points. It's 47-40. Still a lot of time with about 11:20 left in the second half. Still a lot of time.
Michigan State back to action. Atkins flying like Superman to the basket from the middle, but couldn't get the score, but the whistle blown he will get. More free throws coming up for Mr. Atkins.
Michigan State now in the bonus for the last 11 minutes of this game. 11 minutes and bonus. To get to the double bonus, from now on in the bonus, they're shooting 1-1, meaning to get a foul, you're going to shoot the first foul, any sort of foul like that. You're going to shoot 1 free throw. If they make it, they get another attempt at it.
Jaden Atkins last year against the Golden Grizzlies, 11 points, was 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3 with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And he is having a great performance tonight. And an offensive rebound and put back in by Jackson Kohler. That'll put him deeper into double digits for scoring. He'll have 12 for the Spartans. 50-40, Spartans regain a 10-point lead, and Oakland turns it over. Or rather, last touch of Michigan State. Oakland will keep the ball as it went out on the baseline. And quick inbound to Christie for 3. No good, just too strong from the corner. And here's the going for the alley-oop dunk of Cohen Carr. Every State fan was waiting for it all game long, and they almost had it, but unsuccessful as it goes back to the Golden Grizzlies. Jalen Jones forced out of bounds on the baseline by Jackson Kohler. A foul called, and can you tell? Listen to this. Oh, this crowd here, they got passion, no doubt. Passion and numbers.
Oh, my goodness, yes. Look around everywhere. I see a green shirts. I see a few little brown and gold shirts sprinkled in here and there, but mainly green and white.
Some black and gold somewhere, if you take my word for it. Mukeba with 4 fouls to bring it to the top. DQ Cole step back. 3 off the glass. Just rattling out. Still 50-40, 10.5 left to go in the game. Holloman over to Kohler and Atkins. Holloman at the top, goes to Carr, going for the dunk against Mukeba. Mukeba says no. But Michigan State still has it. 12 on the shot clock. Kohler on the left block against Mukeba. Turnaround jumper, no good.
You tried to hit the dream shake there.
And over to Mukeba. A great dish from Jalen Jones, going on the left side with the right hand. Up and around for Alan Mukeba, 42-50. And Jackson Kohler's there to match it. 52-42, Spartans up by 10, less than 10 to go. Jalen Jones to Malcolm Christie on the right wing. Isaiah Jones at the top. Over to Mukeba, left elbow. Mukeba dishes out to Jones. Jones fakes the pass, fakes the three, goes to DQ. DQ, little razzle-dazzle. He'll go inside, up against 3 Spartans. Layup no good. The paint collapse. Atkins up and around the glass for 2. From left to right on the baseline, scooping it up and around on the far side of the net. And this crowd's on fire at will.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man. And a timeout by Oakland, getting all the Spartan fans on their feet. It was like a switch was flipped.
Yeah.
Everyone up out of their seats. Everybody waving the arms. They get everyone excited here. But at least Oakland still has the band, right?
For sure. I just think, we're down 12, 6 possessions away, right? A few things can fix this. And one of those main things being making sure that we're taking, my goodness.
The go green, go white, am I right?
Oh, my gosh. Taking over LCA. A few things can change the momentum in going to Oakland's, direction. I believe that is going back and getting easy shots, finding a way to get to the line, slow down Michigan State's tempo. In the past, we said earlier in the show, Michigan State likes to get out in transition. They like to run. What are some ways that we can eliminate that? Maybe let's try getting to the charity strike. Let's try to knock down some free throws to prevent this transition outbreak. Because Oakland is working so well in a half-court set defensively that Michigan State can't counteract that. So we have to find ways to get easy baskets, easy shots, and continue to play our brand of basketball, not being rushed by Michigan State.
Yeah, the half-court defense from Oakland has always been a challenge for Michigan State.
Yes.
But it's that transition like you were mentioning, and especially when you got big dudes. You got 6'11", you got 7 foot, you got, a 6'10". You got all these big bodies just begging for action near the basket. And in transition, that becomes very dangerous. And if you get the right pass, Atkins very good at the touchdown pass, leading to a layup.
Yeah.
So they've been able to take advantage of that to build their lead. Now to 12 with 9:07 on the clock, 54-42. Spartans with that 12-point lead.
And it's also hard for Alan Mukeba because, he's playing with 4 fouls. So it's hard for him to still be playing like himself with 4 fouls defensively. It's hard to do that, when you're limited to only 1 foul.
Right. There's not a lot of wiggle room
There's not
for
a lot
you.
of wiggle room that he can do defensively. Early in the first half, he was playing extremely well. He's still playing very effective and extremely well now. But it's harder for him because now he's constricted into what he can do defensively. Offensively, he's still playing very physical. I think maybe some of those dish down passes we can get when he flashes into the middle of the paint, we can get him those passes. Those are easy looks for him because he plays a back-to-basket type of basketball where he can bully, back you down, and get an easy layup like he did, for the first, 4 or 6 points that he had in the first half. Maybe we should look toward to see what more he can do offensively and have somebody else step up defensively.
That'll be the recipe for success here, but 12 points is the mountain to climb for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies as they'll inbound it on our near side, and Jalen Jones will have it. Going to the right wing. Dish it out to Isaiah Jones. Turning around on the baseline. Bumping through Kohler, dumping off to Mukeba. Whipping it over to the corner for Jalen Jones. The 3 is too strong. Offensive rebound by Oakland. Malcolm Christie for 3. Buries it!
There we go. Come on. There we go.
Lead cut to 9, 54-45. And here comes Michigan State. Fears over to Fiddler. Fiddler to Kohler in the corner. Was going to take the 3, but it's Cohen Carr against Mukeba. Hook shot no good. Rebound by Zapala. That hook shot no good. And Malcolm Christie securing the rebound.
Good. Great defense. That's one stop. Come on.
Crossing the Piston logo, Jalen Jones. The Oakland point guard. A tough title for any point guard in the country, but Jalen Jones fitting into the role well. Malcolm Christie for 3. Just off the front rim. Dumping it off to Cohen Carr against DQ Cole. Cole knocks the ball away, but a foul called. It'll be on DQ Cole. But can you imagine how loud this place would be if Cohen Carr got a slam dunk on the guy who shot 5 threes and is leading the Golden Grizzlies in scoring?
I'd have been breathtaking.
It would have been deafening.
Soul-taking, I should say. Soul-taking, I should say.
Soul-ripping. But with 7:58 on the clock, 54-45 is the score. Michigan State with the lead. And as news brought to the Little Caesars screen, Banner Night will be on February 6th to honor Kay Felder. And that's a great segue. We'll stick with you during the timeout here at WXOU Sports. But a great transition for Kay Felder because the most popular matchup in the history of all these 22 games that we've played against Michigan State, 2015, Michigan State was the #1 team in the country, and they played Oakland in the Palace of Auburn Hills. A 37-point performance with 9 assists would be Kay Felder, making himself a national star. That game would go into overtime. Oakland unable to get the win, but that was the biggest game. Oakland taking the #1 team in the country to overtime. Kay Felder being the star of that show. He'll be honored on February 6th, and we'll be sure to be on the call on WXOU Sports at the OU Credit Union Arena. So be sure to mark your calendars and check WXOU.org, as well as subscribe to WXOU Sports to not miss a thing. There's a great amount of history in this matchup, and that one I had to make sure it gets mentioned. A wave going around the lower bowl here at Little Caesars Arena as the timeouts are starting to wrap up here. And unfortunately, our live stats service has gone to, well, how do I say this appropriately? Has stopped working. We'll keep the comments aside, but we're going off of the wonderful staff here at Little Caesars Arena to provide us the old-fashioned way with the printed out live stats, getting you guys caught up. Jackson Kohler and Jaden Atkins leading the Spartans with 14 points each. Kohler with 8 rebounds. DQ Cole has not scored since the first half. He's now 5 of 11 from 3, 5 of 18 from the field. So 15 points and 8 rebounds for the Pontiac native. 15 points also scored by Malcolm Christie, who was 4 of 8 from the three-point line, with 2 rebounds included. Other than that, Alan Mukeba, 7 points, 3 of 8 from the floor, and only 1 rebound. He's got 4 fouls and has got to be careful for the rest of this game. And no sign of Baru. We'll make sure to ask about that in the post game, to ask Campy about it. Our theory here, our speculation,
for sure,
is that they're going to save him for the game against Cleveland State. That'll be in less than 48 hours at Cleveland State. Oakland will be getting out of the locker room and going straight to Cleveland, get their 1 day of practice in on Wednesday, and then face off in the third matchup of Horizon League play. And then they're not done yet. They got to go right from that locker room at 2 o'clock in the morning. They got to go to the airport because they're going to the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic in Hawaii. And that's a long flight after playing 2 games in 48 hours on 3 hours of sleep. So that's what's in front of the Golden Grizzlies. Our assumption is Baru is being saved for that gauntlet. 56-45 increases the lead to 11 for Michigan State. Oakland with the ball. Malcolm Christie for 3, too far to the right as it rims out. 7.5 to go at LCA. Coming up is Fears. Fears shot no good. The putback no good for Booker after trying 3 times. Couldn't get the bunny hop to put it back in, but he was fouled.
Defensively, we're doing great, right? We gotta just find a way to get some easy baskets, right? These little forced threes that they're coming off with now, they kind of seem forced. They kind of seem like they're desperate shots. We just got to find a way to go back to playing our style of basketball. We're down 12. We were just in this position before. Malcolm Christie hit a 3, brought it down to 9. So let's just try to, go back to playing our brand, our bread and butter, which is, making sure that we get the ball inside, getting easy layups, getting to the charity strike, and then we're playing excellent defense from there.
Free throws made will make it 58-45. 13-point lead is the largest tonight for Michigan State. DQ Cole on the right wing. Mukeba to the top. Swinging around to Jalen Jones. Guarded by Richardson. Over to Woodridge to Isaiah Jones, who fires a three. Buries it! Isaiah Jones. 48-58, leads back to 10. And Justin, like you were mentioning, for some of these forced threes, I mean, Campy coaches the freedom of the three.
Yeah,
he wants his players to shoot, especially for Christie and DQ, who have been on fire tonight. DQ not as much in this half, but Christie still doing great from the line. And rebounding a volleyball match around the net would be a tip-in for Booker to put them to 60 points, up by 12 with 6.5 to go, as Oakland is back on offense. Jones with a razzle-dazzle against Richardson, goes to his left. Can't find an open pass in the middle. Woodridge slips. Isaiah Jones, another three. Another made three for Isaiah Jones. The same spot on the left wing.
Come on. That's 2 in a row. Come on.
51-60, lead is 9, and Booker off on the left with his three-point shot, looking to return the favor, and DQ Cole diving on the ball will land him out of bounds.
And I thought he kind of got pushed out of the bounds.
It looked a little rough. We'll see the final result of it. And it looks like Michigan State would be the one to inbound it. Coming back in is Malcolm Christie, who we failed to mention is wearing protective glasses.
Yeah.
But they're a bit tinted, so they look pretty cool. He's got shades on because his career is too bright, I guess. Michigan State with it, 6 minutes left to play. They're up by 9.
Come on.
Fiddler over to Fears. Fears going up for Booker. Couldn't get the dunk over Mukeba, but Cooper's got it back. We'll kick it over to the corner for three, and made it for Michigan State. Xavier Booker from deep.
I would have loved to have that rebound.
63-51, 5:39 on the game clock. Mukeba at the top, guarded by Zapala. Trying to pass it in for an alley-oop. Nobody there to collect, and it'll be out of bounds. Another turnover for Oakland. Not the prettiest of possessions for Oakland, is never looks pretty when you throw it to nobody. But some miscommunication on the offensive set.
For sure.
As we get another great look at the goggles worn by Christie. Looks like a super fly. And Booker wide open for the dunk. He jams it down. A miscue on offense followed by a miscue on defense. 65-51 as the Spartans are pulling away, up by 14. Pass inside to Mukeba. Mukeba's layup is short. Here comes State in transition. Fears up to the basket, off the glass and in. 67-51. 16-point lead is the largest tonight. And here come the Spartans. Listen to that applause as Oakland is on offense. We'll take a listen here.
Gosh.
Malcolm Christie with the turnover. And a foul in favor of Richardson in transition. Back to back to back. 4 possessions in a row, errors by Oakland, giving Michigan State the momentum as they have the 16-point lead with 4.5 to go here in downtown Detroit.
Whew, okay.
Yeah, I know. I got to catch my breath, too.
Oh, goodness. All right. That was quick. That was a quick turn of events right there.
And that's one of Michigan State's strengths, is playing in transition and fast transition.
Exactly.
And especially playing so deep into their bench. Many players well into double digits of minutes played per game coming into tonight, keeping everybody fresh and able to play at that fast pace. As Richardson makes his first free throw with the second coming up. Up and in. 69-51 with 4.5 to go. Spartans up by 17. A go green, go white chant ensues as DQ Cole has it on the Piston logo. Guarded by Holloman. DQ Cole for a two-pointer is good at the top of the free throw arc. Gets him back into the scoring for the second half. Kohler thought about the three at the top, but gave it to Atkins. Passing to Booker, down low. Booker will come out to the corner, give it to Kohler. Kohler against two Golden Grizzlies.
3 seconds. 3 seconds, there we go.
And he'll be called for that 3-second. Jason Woodrich and Alan Mukeba double teaming him under the basket. And with 3:54 left in the game, that brings us to one of our final media timeouts, although timeouts called may increase that. But for now, our last official media timeout under 4 minutes as Michigan State up by 16, 69-53. We'll be right back on WXOU Sports for the final moments of action in downtown Detroit. And we're back here in downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. Under 4 minutes for Oakland versus Michigan State. Mukeba in the paint. His hook shot's no good, but Oakland will keep it. Jason Woodrich will be stopped as he was going to baselines. Isaiah Jones at the top with 15 left on the shot clock. The shot clock is not moving. Shot clock is frozen. Everyone's noticing as Woody takes a three, misses off the front rim, and we're still waiting for the fixing of the shot clock. And Cohen Carr just had to dunk it after the whistle was blown. I can't blame him. I mean, we were both expecting a lot more dunks and alley-oops to him. He's had a couple of chances at it, but hasn't had the action that Xavier Booker has been having. 18 points and 6 rebounds. Along with Jaden Atkins, 14 points. And Jackson Kohler, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Michigan State is out rebounding Oakland 47-26. Haven't seen a margin like that this season in terms of the rebounding. But against one of the best rebounding teams in the Big Ten, you're going to have action like that, especially with Oakland out Baru Nevalarua. 69-53 with 3:03 left in the game. As we see Jeremiah Bembry for the first time tonight entering the floor. And DQ Cole dances his way past the Piston logo, guarded by Holloman. Now over to Bembry. Pass is taken away, try to steal it back, and here comes a dunk by Jaden Atkins. And listen to this crowd. Getting the guard, a dunk wide open. And the home of the Pistons doesn't get much bigger than that.
Oh.
Potential, almost another turnover by Bembry. Here comes Isaiah Jones down the lane. Swatted and swallowed up by Jackson Kohler. He got the ball in midair. And here comes Michigan State. Holloman up on the glass. And a goaltending called on Alan Mukeba. 73-53. Spartans have opened up a can of you-know-what. Now up by 20 with 2:09 left in the game. Yeah, that one just coming down. The shot blocked by Mukeba called for a goaltending. It was fun while it lasted. If you look at the first half, where Oakland was within one going into the tunnel, but have been unable to maintain the momentum as some of the Spartan fans are making their way out of here, trying to get ahead of the traffic. But lucky for us, we get to face all of the traffic on the way home after the post-game press conferences and such festivities. But that's what we signed up for, and we love it.
We were in it, right? we were in the game up until the 6-minute mark.
We had Spartan fans looking at us like, yikes.
Yeah. Everybody thought, this may come down to the wire. Then Michigan State slowly pulled out.
Majak at the top to Malcolm Christie, right wing. Cooper Craggs to the right corner. Back up to Christie at the top. A Jared Goff chant coming through as Deng Majak is wrestled in the paint. It'll be a jump ball. I don't know if we've seen a jump ball today, have we, Justin?
No, we haven't seen a jump ball, no.
Yeah, that poor arrow has just been glowing in one direction the whole time. But the ball will stay, the arrow for Oakland. They'll have possession with 1:44 left. Down by 20, 53-73. And over to Xavier Banks. Out of the inbound. He'll have an and one to accompany that one. His first basket for the redshirt freshman from Pleasant Ridge, Michigan. A graduate of or transfer of University of Detroit Jesuit. Or maybe that's a high school, forgive me. Either way, he gets on the board and he'll have one more added onto it. As some of the Oakland reserves are now on the court. On the court is Xavier Banks. Is Jeremiah Bembry, DQ Cole, Malcolm Christie, and Deng Majak. Michigan State, some of their reserves in as well. Garrick Normand. Giving it to Cooper. His shot rolls in off the front rim. 75-56 and a coup roars through. 75-56, minute 15. Bembry to Majak. Majak at the top, sweeps it over to DQ. DQ fires a three off on the right, rebounded by Xavier Banks, putting it up and swatted by Cooper. Carson Cooper, that is. He's wearing the nose face mask guard. Bit of a cartoony look, but it's all for protection of the nose. I swear, he's got a nose coming out like SpongeBob.
Oh.
That's just what the mask looks like. It's not his fault.
In for Michigan State, number 20.
Xavier Banks on the line. As the reserves come in still, Nick Sanders, a 5'10 junior from Franklin, Michigan, graduate of Detroit Country Day. He makes his way to the court at Little Caesars Arena. Along with Kerr Tang, the freshman guard from Manchester, New Hampshire.
1 minute remaining.
And coming with speed is Fears. Fears will slow it down now. Over into the corner, Sanders for three. Everyone's excited. Airballed.
Yeah.
Sorry. Everyone was really looking forward to him getting a basket. And Majak.
That's a foul. They did call the foul on that, right?
I believe so. Deng Majak getting the ball underneath the basket, and Carson Cooper jumping on top of him, being flipped over in midair. But it will be Deng Majak for free throws. 43 seconds left. 75-58 is the big lead by Michigan State. 17 points is the deficit. And many fans here tonight making their way to their vehicles. And we wish them a safe drive home. Majok's first free throw bounces off the back iron, rebounded by Michigan State. Fears scanning for options. Everyone wants Sanders to make that shot. Sanders corner three, didn't take it. Oakland guarded it. He'll pass it all the way to the other side. Carson Cooper taking it. Majok slapping it away. But Michigan State will have it. It was Oakland's touch out of bounds. But taking a look at Nick Sanders, he's played in only 4 games. 7 minutes in total. Corner three.
Oh my
is
gosh.
good for Sanders.
Come on.
Sanders, that's his first 3 of the season. Everyone loves it.
Oh my gosh.
His 3rd field goal of the season as well. That'll put it to 77-58.
It just had to be us.
It is us, whether it had to be or not. It is us as Oakland down big time, 77-58. 4 seconds left. This will likely be the last possession of the game as free throws by Bembry. First one missed, and a kid picking his nose on the camera. Everyone's booing, a kid picking his nose.
Oh my goodness.
And the clock hits 0. To close it out for us here at Little Caesars Arena, Oakland was within 1 point and at times had the lead. In the first half, they would go into halftime down only 31-30, but the game will end in a much bigger deficit. 77-58 is your final score from downtown Detroit at Little Caesars Arena. The Michigan State Spartans, ranked 20th in the country, move to 9-2 overall on the season. Golden Grizzlies move on to 3-6. In a matter of 48 hours, the Golden Grizzlies will be on the floor of the Wolstein Center to take on Cleveland State in their 3rd Horizon League matchup. And then soon after, they'll be heading to Hawaii to play in the Diamond Head Classic. Justin Sheppeard, my man, my partner in crime and my analyst tonight. Whew. Your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Overall, I was pleased with the performance, despite the loss. Pleased with the performance of how well they played together. Defensively, offensively, they stuck in there. You saw a lot of hot streaks throughout the game on both sides. You know, it just came out to just who was just better at the end of the game. You know, you have better talent on the other end with Michigan State. They've been in these positions before. And, you know, they have a great coach, you know, who's been coaching for 30 years.
All 30 years at Michigan State.
Yeah,
no doubt.
you know, so, you know, it just came down to experience. And you saw a lot of that.
Yeah, and this one is more than just a game on the floor. It's about 2 coaches. Excuse us. It's about 2 coaches that have been coaching at their school for some of the longest periods in college basketball. 30 years for Tom Izzo, 41 for Greg Campi, and they've been friends ever since that they have arrived at their respective schools and have maintained a great relationship to bring events like this to Detroit. As you know, we see another flash of gold key in the stands, but to bring people together to enjoy college basketball in the state of Michigan, it's a great thing. It's a great yearly tradition. We hope that the changing landscape of college basketball does not rip us away of this tradition, regardless of the record, this now being a 23rd win in a row for Michigan State against Oakland.
Sure.
But it's about more than that. It's the biggest event in town. It's one of the bigger events Oakland finds themselves in. And it's just been a great privilege to be a part of it, not only with you, Mr. Shepard, but for us at WXOU. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate your viewership tonight. We had great views on the YouTube stream. We can't thank you enough, and we urge you to subscribe so that you don't miss more live coverage just like this of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies as they make their way through the Horizon League season. So from all of us here at WXOU, thank you so much for tuning in. This is from 88.3 FM WXOU Sports. My name is Giovanni Moceri alongside Justin Sheppeard. We wish you a safe trip home wherever you are, and we wish you a happy basketball season.
Yes.
And a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. See you later, everybody.